Uh, how do you feel, Arij? Surprise?
Innovators, yes, Ellen. Woohoo! Yes. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to the flowers and cake. And you move on to our Toastmaster of the day, Ola Rashid.
Hi there. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. It's so lovely to see all the clubs together, and this is a hybrid meeting. I'm enjoying the hybrid meeting, and I hope that you all enjoy as well.
Imagine that
I have toothache.
first
Yes, I cannot speak much because I want to spice it up. And I wish you all the best to all the 3 clubs, and I'm sure that today we'll enjoy and learn a lot. Over to you, dear Modi. Presidents.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Good, good. So, good evening, everyone. Innovators, Laugh Out Loud, and the BTM to our joint meeting, Spice It Up. Now, many people they were asking what is the theme all about and what we really need to do to spice up our own lives. Now, as we love our food, I want to see, like, show of hands, how many of you love spicy food? Great! So I have the right crowd here in this meeting. So now spices, they are not only what we add to our food to make it really delicious and nice. It's all about also how we can spice up our own lives, whether by doing adventures, trying new things and new experiences, and maybe just to try to meet crazy people like the people I have here next to me inside this room. Now, I won't make it longer for all of you. Of course, I will not run this meeting by my own. I will have my soldiers who will support me during all this way. And the first one is our timer. He is from Innovators. Now, for each role player, silence is a virtue. Thank you so much. So, for our timer, I asked each role player, speaker, and evaluator what kind of thing you really do to spice up your own life. So our timer for today, he said he liked to spice up his life by breaking the routine, by being spontaneous. He doesn't need to stick to a certain schedule every single time whenever he wants to do something. And sometimes I do that. So please welcome with me our timer for today to explain his role, Toastmaster Basil Al-Utaybi.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. Time is a terrible thing to waste, and lost time is never found again. And time is a good healer, and all the quotes I know about the time. So 3 good quotes. And since it's a spicy theme, surprise, I will show you only 3 colors of peppers: green, yellow, and red. So when it is green, you are meeting the minimum requirement, as you can see in my background. When it's yellow, you are halfway there. So if you are colorblind, at least you can read Y, which is yellow. And if it's, you are passing the time limit, going into the grace period, you will be going to the red background or read R. So those, this is the 3 colors that you will be shown during your speech. And every segment, there will be different time limit. So I will be coming back at the beginning of each segment. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bassel El-Rutaibi from Innovators Toastmasters Club. And now it is the time to ask our next role player. This is a very important role as he will be supervising this meeting from the beginning till the end. And that is the General Evaluator. He is from Desert Pioneers. And when I asked him how he does spice up his own life, he said he pushing his limits, breaking his comfort zone by trying to meet new people and interact with them. Fellow Toastmasters, please welcome with me the next role player, our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Amrit.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thanks for that lovely introduction. It was echoing because it was so true. Yeah. So, again, as a general evaluator, today my role is to keep an eye, a close watch on the overall proceedings of today's meeting. And I have my own tag team with whom I will be giving my report towards the end of this meeting. So looking forward to spice it up. Let's see. All the best to all the three clubs. Over to you, our dynamic Toastmaster of the Day, Ola Rishi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrit. We are trying to work on here how to mute, when to mute, so there will be no echo. So, before we start our segments, we do have 4 segments for today. We do have prepared speeches, table topic, stand-up comedy, and evaluation. And before we start, of course, there is someone who really takes care of this virtual platform for us, and it is the IT moderator. She is from Desert Pioneers, and the way she spices it up, she told me she is trying new communities based on challenges. She is an extrovert person, opposite of me as an introvert person. It is much easier for her to work with people when people around her. And guess what? If she didn't find anyone, she will grab her good friends to be around her to work. Okay. So please welcome with me our sweet ID moderator, Toastmaster Suraya Noor Fatima. Applause for her because she will take care of everything that she will do during this meeting. So, fellow Toastmasters, are you ready to start this mega joint meeting? Okay, I can't see. Just give me a second. If you are ready. Okay, that's perfect. So we will start with the prepared speeches. We have an amazing 3 speakers. Now, first of all, the first speaker, before to introduce him, I will be introducing his evaluator. And his evaluator is a sweet lady. When I asked her how she spiced up her life, she said, her life is already sweet. She doesn't need spices. So, she is an amazing person. It's nice to hear the echo of my voice. She is an amazing person. She is from Laugh Out Loud Toastmasters Club. She is, everyone loves her. She is DTM Fatma Abdu, who will be evaluating our first speaker. So please, DTM Fatima, would you please explain the purpose of the speech for our first speaker?
Sure. Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the Day, the amazing Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Ala Rashid, for this wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, and special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Joseph. Today, I'm honored to evaluate you on your Level 1 Project 3 from Innovative Planning Path. Toastmaster Joseph he has only one purpose. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-structured, well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. The speech topic is, just a moment, the title of his speech.
Tinnitus.
Let me check the agenda. Yes, tinnitus. And timing of the speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. So I would like to ask our timer to explain the timing rules. Thank you so much. And over to you, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, DTM Fatima Abdu. So fellow Toastmasters, our first speaker is Toastmaster Joseph Nassar, and he spiced up his life with art and plant. And the title of his speech is Tinnitus. And before we start, Toastmaster Basil, would you please explain the time for Joseph, please?
Yes, he will have from 5 to 7 minutes. If he reaches 5 minutes, he will see the green background. And if he's reaching 6 minutes, he will see the yellow background. And if he's all the way to 7 minutes and more, he will see the red background. And this will apply to all the prepared speakers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Basil. And just Joseph, please don't forget to pin the timer so you will follow up with the time. So fellow Toastmasters, the first speaker, Toastmaster Joseph Nassar, Tinnitus, Tinnitus, Toastmaster Joseph Nassar, the platform is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for introducing me to our lovely audience. Ladies and gentlemen, dear fellow Toastmasters and valued guests, thank you for joining me today. Have you ever experienced hearing noise or ringing sounds in the ears? Anyone who had this before? Or do you know someone having the same? Well, this is called tinnitus. Tinnitus is not a disease, simply it's a condition indicating that there is a malfunction in the auditory system, including the ear, the related nerve, and the brain. I know that this topic is very interesting to many of us, whether they are having it or just know someone who has it. As a matter of fact, there is 1 in 5 people experience tinnitus. This is as per Ian Roth's interview with Dr. Gayla Pauling, a PhD in audiology from the Mayo Clinic Medical Education and Research website. During my speech, I will be talking about it in more details. First, I will talk about the symptoms and when to see a doctor. Some people with this condition can hear ringing noise in the ears without any external source. And this may sound like buzzing, roaring, clicking, hissing, or humming. This noise can be heard in one ear or both ears. However, tinnitus may vary in pitch. For example, a low roar sound or a high squeal. And in some cases, the noise can be very loud and really disturbing. On the other hand, there are some rare cases where the noise can be rhythmic pulsing or whooshing sound, usually with a heartbeat. This is known as a pulsatile tinnitus. One will need to see a doctor when developing tinnitus after an upper respiratory infection and their tinnitus doesn't improve within a period of 1 week or so. For example, a regular cold or even COVID-19. In addition, you need to rush to a specialist whenever you have hearing loss or feel dizzy with the tinnitus. Also, when you are experiencing anxiety or feel depressed as a result of your tinnitus. Now that I explained the definition and the symptoms, next I will talk about the causes and how doctors diagnose it. Many cases are related to getting old And it's very important to list all the causes in order to have better understanding of tinnitus and how its diagnosis works. Here I will list most common causes of tinnitus. Hearing loss is one of them. And this may happen for many reasons, mainly when the tiny hair cells inside the inner ear get damaged due to exposure to a very loud noise. Second, ear infection can block your ear canal by resulting infection fluid, and sometimes it gets blocked by extensive earwax or dirt, leading to ear pressure to change and cause tinnitus. Head or neck injuries can usually cause tinnitus in one ear. Some medications may cause or worsen tinnitus. Generally, the higher the dose, the worse. There are several ways to diagnose tinnitus. First is the hearing test, where you sit in a soundproof room wearing earphones that transmit specific sound into one ear at a time. You will indicate when you can hear the sound, and your result will be compared with the result considered normal for your age. This can help rule out or identify possible causes of tinnitus. Of course, radiology tests like CT and MRI scan images can help identify the cause of the tinnitus. Your doctor may draw blood to check anemia, thyroid problems, heart disease, or vitamin deficiencies. Having talked about the various causes and diagnosis of tinnitus, next I will talk about the different options of prevention and treatment. Stay away from loud noise. Avoid noisy environment. Over time, exposure to loud sound can damage the nerves in the ears, causing hearing loss and tinnitus. Limit alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine. These substances, especially when used in excess, can affect blood flow and contribute to tinnitus. If your tinnitus is caused by noise-induced or age-related hearing loss, using hair aids may help improve your symptoms. If a medication you're taking appears to be the cause of tinnitus, your doctor may recommend stopping or reducing the drug or switching to a different medication. Concluding this topic, tinnitus is just a condition and has no scientifically proven cure, so people will have to cope with it and live with it. With this, I hope I shed the light on this topic in a simple and easy way. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Joseph. It's really new information to know, and I drink a lot of coffee, so now you made me afraid. So thank you so much, Joseph. So please, fellow Toastmasters, you will have 1 minute. Timer, would you please time a 1 minute for everyone so you can write your own feedback to Toastmaster Joseph. Yeah, and our next speaker, please prepare yourself. Stop talking to the people next to you. So timer, please, whenever the 1 minute is done, just please tell me. It's done? Oh, it's not done. Okay. So please, you can share your own feedback to Toastmaster Joseph, whether in the public chat one, or you can send it to him privately to share your own thoughts about what he delivered for us today. And it was really so interesting information to know about.
Done. Well, time is up.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Basil. Now it is the time to move on to our second speaker. And before to present her, I would love to present her Evaluator. When I asked her how she does spice up her life, first of all, she told me she loves to add spices to her food. And I love spices as well. At the same time, she likes to try new things, like how to play chess and baking. So, fellow Toastmasters, please welcome with me Toastmaster Sana Yusuf, who will be evaluating our second speaker to tell the purpose of her speech. Sana?
Yes, I'm right here. Just give me 1 second. I'm having a technical difficulty.
No problem. Take your time.
Okay. So the purpose of my Target Speakers project is to practice the skills needed to address the audience challenges when you are able to present outside your Toastmaster community. It's basically about how to manage a difficult audience. Over to you. All the best, Toastmaster Arich. And over to you, Timori.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sana. So, our next speaker, when I asked her how she does spice up her life, she told me by eating ice. How ice and spices mix up, I don't know. But what I know, she's so sweet girl. I love her so much. And as you can see her with her cup of ice. So the title of her speech, I Can Do It. And timer, please note that the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Please, there's a noise around. Would you please just, okay. So, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, please welcome with me our second speaker, DTM Ali Jafar. I can do it. I can do it. DTM Ali Jafar, the platform is yours.
When was the last time you had a huge cup of ice?
How do you drink ice without freezing your tongue?
I do that every day.
How do you do it without freezing your tongue?
I eat ice the way I want to do and eat. I don't drink like cold water, but I eat lots of ice. I don't know how this is something people don't understand it. Come on, can you see the weather outside? It's like today in my car, it was 55 degrees. And that makes me, when I eat ice, I feel cool and happy with this weather.
Wow, you're amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I want to say something to do it, if I want to eat ice, I will do that because I can do that, right?
Are you talking about ICE or EYES, ice?
Exactly. Whatever you said is correct. Fine. Amazing. What else?
And normally the car anyway has 55 degrees because of the heat of the engine. So normally the temperature outside is less than that.
I totally agree with you, Toastmaster Asif. And let's try one day to go outside and see the weather, how the agent will be there at that moment. But let's talk about ice. Like, what is the benefit from ice? People will say nothing, that is just water. But the water will be giving us a lot of things in our body, right? So
aren't you worried you're gonna catch a cold? Suddenly you're taking ice in a really hot weather. Isn't it dangerous?
I never said I will cut any cold. I always say that I love ice and I eat lots of ice. I never said that, but maybe Toastmaster Asil, we can manage that in one day and think about it. Let's discuss this after my speech. So the ice will help you.
Amrit, yeah, I mean, today we are going to celebrate the birthday of Ariz, right? She promised me that she can bring the fatah.
Amrit. Sairam, what are you talking about, Sairam? I think her birthday was last week, wasn't it?
Really?
I want 50.
Oh man!
I totally agree with you that I promised you.
You're done, Sairam. You're done.
I promised you, Sairam, to give you fateh, and one day I promise we will meet and we will eat all of us together the fateh along with my ice. So let me go back to the ice, because if we did not go back now, Sairam, to my ice, if I will see you, I will drop the whole ice on your head. So to not do that, let's not talk about Fatta now, and let's talk about my eyes. So
But before you start, is
that
that your real eyes or the artificial eyes?
Exactly, the artificial eyes, as you said. I didn't understand what you're saying, Suhan, but
I
let's
asked, is it
agree on that. Leave my eyes, Tabassum, because this is what I want to.
So we
So
can
the
go for
eyes
ice
help
bucket
me
challenge,
to be
right?
a different person. Yes, Sairam, tfaddal.
We can go for ice bucket challenge.
We can do that on your head. I will try it, don't worry. And Amrit as well, because I think he's doing something which I don't know. And you guys today surprised me with all the flowers, and that made me happy. But at the same time, I start thinking, why did I do that?
Yeah, can you talk about ice now, please?
Yes, please.
What, Asif, what did you say?
Can you talk about ice?
Yes,
Please.
so the
Go ahead.
ice can help the people. Let me tell you the cycle about ice. So the ice, when you put it on the inside in that thing, that drawer for ice, it takes long time to become an ice because it's first a water liquid, right? And when you put it on the fridge, it takes like 2 hours. I noticed that because every time when we start the meeting, I take the ice in my cup and I put another water, and it takes 2 hours till it's totally become like an ice. So after
But
2
my
hours,
fridge
I
has
again
the capacity
another
to,
cup of
melt.
ice.
I mean, my fridge has the capacity to freeze the ice in 2 minutes. How come you have 2
Amazing.
hours?
I will, after the meeting, I will take from you the name of your fridge and maybe I will buy it as well. Thank you so much, Suhan, for this information.
You know, Aricia, you remind me of the time I accidentally froze, not just one, a few times a bottle. All I wanted was a cold drink, but I accidentally created ice cube. Maybe
I am so happy, Asil.
Maybe I think you need to change the fridge, Arish. Sorry, Asil.
I am so happy that I am able to remind you all with amazing things because you people are
What
very
about
great.
this one, Arish? I think this one will be fantastic place to play with ice, right?
Sairam, can I ask you a question? The question is easy and simple. They cannot hear you. Give me this. Sairam, can I ask you something? Do you want, like, how do you want to be dead? Normal dead or like with very cold ice in your head? I told you don't play with me this game, but it's okay, Sairam. I can totally understand your point of view and the place you are coming from. It seems that you are not getting so much love or something. I can help you with so much ice sending to you to your house one day, and you will be happily and amazed. And I can see Asif waiting to say something. Faddal, Asif.
He can be happily iced after.
Exactly. We will have happy ice love. You, Suhan, Asil, Sairam. No, Sairam.
And you have a beautiful eyes, Arish.
And that was an amazing meeting. I hope you all enjoyed. And next time when you see ice, always remember me. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, DTM. Alish. Oh, it's nice to hear my echo again. So now what we understood from her speech, don't steal the ice from her, eat ice, and it takes 2 hours to make liquid to an ice. So please have 1 minute, please timer, can we have 1 minute to write your own feedback to DTM Ali Jafar about her own speech. And our next speaker is preparing himself. And I am disappeared. Ta-da! No. I'm fine. I will stand. So, this is what is all about is today's theme is to spice it up. Usually for me is to read in your box, trying new things, maybe taking new courses, something new to learn. This is what I have tried to do during the quarantine. So is the time up? Timer?
Time is up.
Okay, that is perfect. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Basil. And now it is the time to move on to our third speaker. But before to introduce him, I would love to introduce his evaluator. When I asked her about how she does spice up her life, she told me she does not like spices. But she does spice her life by traveling and virtual reality movies. It was so interesting. So please welcome with me the third evaluator for our third speaker, Toastmaster Petra.
Thank you. First of all, it's not virtual reality movies, just video games, but it might be the same difference. Anyway, my target speaker, the purpose of his speech is for the member to practice the skills needed to motivate team members through the completion of a project. He has to share some aspects motivating his team members. Timer, he has 5 to 7 minutes. Please keep that in mind, 5 to 7 minutes. Level 4, Project 2, his title, Create Your Own Miracles. Create Your Own Miracles.
Sorry. So for Toastmasters, our next speaker is from Desert Pioneers. He's the area director. And the way he spiced up his own life is by new experiences that make him a better person. So it is my pleasure to present for you our next speaker, Toastmaster Mohammed. Create your own miracles, create your own miracles, Toastmaster Mohammed.
Thank you very much, DTM Ola. Am I visible properly?
Yes, you're visible. You are.
Thank you very much. So love to hear the voice and the applauses virtual. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, and warm welcome to all the virtual and physical guests. Don't limit your thoughts. Don't limit yourself. Many people, they limit themselves by thinking narrowly and moving towards the narrow path. Open your mind and make the sky the limit. I'll start my story. It's an interesting story for me, of course. One day I got a call from our previous area director, DTM Alan Paul. He said there is an opportunity to be the speechcraft coordinator with the joint with Sims Toastmasters Club. And whenever he says something, I cannot deny, because he knows, I feel that he knows much better than me, much better than me. So I said, yes, I will be a coordinator. So we had a speechcraft program with Desert Pioneers and Sims Toastmasters Club. It was a joint Toastmasters Club, and we had around 30 members, 30 participants, 30 speech crafters. You won't believe, out of that 30 speech crafters, 12 speech crafters, they joined Toastmasters, Sims Toastmasters Club. Yay. It was a wonderful achievement. By mingling with all these speech crafters, what I understood is people, they are more interested in public speaking, but because of financial difficulties and no proper guidance, they are backing up. So I thought that we have to do something for our community. I approached my ExCom. Initially, I discussed with president and VP membership, and I approached my ExCom, and I told that, see, guys, there's an idea, we can start our speechcraft program. You won't believe, most of the people, they did not agree. They said that, no, it's a huge task, it's difficult. How can we do it? And we have to spend a lot of time. Somehow, I told them, see guys, it's so easy. Only 4 groups you have to manage. One is you have to find the speech crafters, and you have to find the role players, and you have to find a coordinator, and you have to find the educational speakers. It's so easy, only six meetings. Why we think that it's a big deal? First, how do you find a coordinator? We have many people in our club who are deserving to be DTA, or they want to complete their HPL projects. So I said, okay, we'll approach these people and get it done. Second, I said, the role players, desert pioneers, 100% they are ready to help. They always want to help their other members for their development. So nothing to worry in desert pioneers. And third, the speech crafters. Of course, we have a tremendous, excellent PRT. We can market ourselves and we can get a lot of Toastmasters to our club. And last time in Sims Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Mazharul Haq helped us a lot. By a single message, 10 to 15 members, they joined the Toastmasters program. So this is another strength for us. Guys, it's so easy, it's not difficult. Now what you want to find out, the speakers, educational speakers, that's also easy for us. We have many excellent speakers who are in district. The whole district is ready to support us. There is a very good area director, Amrit is there, Alan Paul and Arij and many other people. A lot of people, they are ready to support. Only we have to initiate, we have to keep our one step forward. What do you all say? You all agree or no? Yes. I got the positive answer. I got the positive answer from them. Then we started. Okay, the duty again came back to me because I was the VP education. I analyzed the list. Who are the people eligible for DTM projects? I approached many people in our club and I got negative answers. That also. So ultimately, I went to my president. Sairam, you have to do it because you are capable and you have completed your one pathway. What do you say? Would you like to take this opportunity? Initially, he said, no, it is difficult, but he will try. And he started the approach. And we got a lot of speech crafters, and one speech craft coordinator was not sufficient for us. Then I approached another person. This is we call the Iron Lady. But by outside appearance, Iron Lady, but inside so much soft. If you try to speak to her, I'm sure that she will agree. Then I called her and I tried to convince her. You know, she's a straightforward person. And she's a straightforward person, and that person said, no, I won't be able to do it. I don't want DTM, and I don't want to go on huge positions like this because I'm good with my speeches. I want to go develop myself in speeches. I said, okay, fine. Think about it. Then after that, she gave a call. Shiraz, I thought about it. I'm ready to take the challenge. I want to do a service to my outside my environment, my community. And she started and it went smoothly and excellent. We had very good, nice 2 coordinators and we managed it very well. Most of the time we think that these are difficult, that is difficult, this is difficult, without doing it. When you start to do it, the story is totally different. I little bit trying to convince these people, and I feel that I am good in convincing, at least little bit, and I'm sure that you all are good in convincing. Now the point is, after you convince, who is taking that chance
to take these mega projects. Are you ready to take the mega projects? Of course, you can do it, and we all are there to support you. Thank you.
For this lovely speech. Now it is the time before we move on to our next segment. Please, timer, would you please tell me if all the speakers are qualified?
Don't we want to give a 1 minute feedback?
Yeah, we will do it. Like while they are voting, they will give a feedback for Shiraz. But just I want to know if they are all qualified.
They're all qualified, yes.
You can give your own report as a timer.
Okay, Joseph, he spent 5 minutes, 33 seconds. Reed, she spent 6 minutes, 27 seconds. And Shiraz almost lost qualification, but he made it 7 minutes and 23 seconds.
Great, that's great. So that means all three speakers are qualified for the voting. So during that time, while you are voting, you will give your own feedback to Toastmaster Shiraz about his speech. So please, can we have the poll for the voting, IT moderator? So please try to vote. Okay, just 1 second. I'm launched. All right. And when you are done with your voting, please try to write your own feedback for Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz, whether in the public chat or even to send him a private chat about his own speech. And when the 1 minute is up, Toastmaster Basil, just please notify me to move on with our next segment. And as I said, today we will have 4 segments, sorry. So we are done with 1 and 3 more to go. Can you move the chair? When I present.
1 minute is up.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bassett. Now it is the time for the segment that it is always spice up any Toastmasters meeting, because literally it let your temperature rise up, let your blood pressure rise up, just everything to rise up, because you need to think about something. What? Go on. Okay, anyway, this is like when we miss the physical meetings. Anyway, so the person who will be presenting this segment, he is a newly DTM. She's a DTM. And the way she spiced up her life is by trying a new experience. It can be food. Take me with you whenever you try new food. Places to go and people to meet. So for the Toastmasters, please welcome with me our newbie DTM Alina Paul.
How do you turn off this? Take it out. Am I audible? Can I hear a yes from someone?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the table topic segment. Now, if you have not attended this segment before, let me assure you, this is the most fun segment. Let me explain. The table topic segment is where you get to experiment from 2 speakers and remember all those times where you were asked to speak during a party and your mouth went dry? Worry not, for you get to train yourself think quickly by taking part in these table topic segments. So, the table topic master, that is myself, will be giving out a topic to a participant who will then speak on the topic around 1 to 2 minutes. Timer? Do I see the timer? Can you please explain the timings for the table topic segment?
Yes, the time is from 1 to 2 minutes. If they are reaching 1 minute, they will see the green background with G letter. If they are on 1 minute 30 seconds, they will see the yellow one. And if they are in 2 minutes or more, they will see the red one. Back to you.
Great, thank you so much, timer. All right, so for today's meeting, pay attention, all right? Ignore the background noises. For today's meeting, I want you all to forget all your flaws and insecurities. Okay? You are amazing. The best of the best. Okay? Now, I want you to be this person, not me, the amazing person that you think of, and then attend the table topics segment. Did the polls just go on? What does that mean? Okay. All right. So, is everyone their amazing selves? Is everyone ready to take part? Okay. Remember, you're fabulous and you have to spice it up. All right. My spicy Toastmasters and guests, I want you to use the fire emoji. Is there a fire emotion? Oh, there's no fire emotion. Okay, use a heart emotion so that I know you're all listening to me. And can I have a raise of hands for the first volunteer for today's table topic segment? I can see Tabasum. Oh, we have Yusuf. Yeah. All right. One moment, Yusuf. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Do you feel fabulous and awesome?
I am, yeah. Thank you, Titya.
All right. Okay. Yusuf, your table topic is variety is the very spice of life that gives it all its flavor. Variety, the very spice of life that gives it all its flavor. Master Yusuf, screen is all yours.
Table Topics Master, Toastmaster of the Day, and fellow Toastmasters, hello to you all. You see this? I hope you can see it clearly. These are stickers. They are very colorful stickers. A variety of stickers that I bought just today. So these stickers are actually part of what I am doing right now, which is I want to have more variety in my life and have fun in my life. Just have fun, just enjoy life to its maximum, and do my speeches also in Toastmasters to its maximum. And enjoy it, just enjoy it, even if I make mistakes, even if I make all the mistakes in the world, it's totally okay. Enjoy your life, love your life, care about your life, color it, do all what you can to make it more enjoyable and more beautiful, because life, well, not just in Kuwait but in all the world right now, is unbearable, and we don't need any more of these things. We need more kindness, we need more colors, we need more beauty in our life. So please enjoy your life, enjoy your Toastmasters journey as well, I implore you. Thank you very much, and back to you, Table Topics Master.
Can I hear the audience reaction? Thank you, Yusuf, for that awesome table topic. I like how you started off by showing your stickers, which showed variety, and then you moved on to the current scenario. Great job. So, can I put a second volunteer? I can't see everyone. You can unmute yourself and say me. Can someone help me? Who is the second participant?
Okay, I'll go for it if no one comes
Oh,
up.
okay. Suhan is going. All right. Suhan, so are you ready?
Yeah.
You're the best version of yourself. You're spicy. Whatever. All right. Okay. That came out wrong. Anyways, Toastmaster Suhan. What would you do if you were one of the Spice Girls? What would you do if you were one of the Spice Girls? Toastmaster Suhan, I'm waiting for your spicy table topic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So tell me what you want if you really want. So tell me what you want if you really want. So I want to Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends. If I was one of the band member of a Spice Girl, I would have been very calm yet liberating and very outstanding with all the things that I would be. You know, it's just like if I'm the another version of a man, I can be a woman where I'll have a lot of energy around me, and I just don't want to have any negative thing running around me, and also all my teammates will be very happy. Where I would like to have Ari, Sabasam, Alina, Suraya, all the girl teams of Desert Pioneers. But if it all be men, I would like to tell them, if you want to be my lover, you gotta be my friend. How to be a friend. If you want to be my lover, I don't wanna do zig. Over to you, table topic master.
Wow. You are the audience. You know the response for your table topics. That's a great singing right there. I'm sure that the Spice Girls is going to approach you soon to be a part of them. So, can we have our next participant? Come on, guys. You want to see what the next topic is, right? It's going to be a nice one.
Can
Denu,
I
do you want to attempt?
participate, but I'm not ready for the camera?
Okay. So, do you still want to?
Yeah, but I cannot open my camera. Is that okay?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yes, you can go ahead with. All right. So, Hanan.
Yes.
Never do anything out of hunger, not even eating. Agree? Never do anything out of hunger, not even eating. Do you agree? Toastmaster Hanan, green is all yours.
Thank you, table topic master. Hunger is what drives us all. Don't you think so? Hunger for success, hunger for achievements, hunger to be your better self every day. It's not only the hunger for eating. Eating is a must. It's something you have to do every day, out of duty. Like currently, I'm in this kind of status where I'm eating only because it's one of my duties I have to do. I'm trying to cut weight, so I'm only eating because it's a duty. But of course, hunger for becoming a better you, a hunger for committing to your vows by attending every Toastmaster, even if you don't have a role, is a must. Trying to learn new stuff, trying to learn new skills because you are hungry to become something different. Like for example, now I'm really in a big dilemma because I've already competed many years, I've achieved many awards, district level, but because currently I don't have anything prepared for my next contest. So I'm really in a very bad situation, and I'm really hungry for new ideas. What exactly I'm going to deliver as a humorous contest, what exactly I'm going to deliver in the international level. So this is exactly what I'm thinking about. My suggestion to all of you here, and my recommendation and advice, always be hungry. The moment you feel full, I'm sorry to say that's the moment of death for you. That means you're static, you have become a boring person. And if you stop being hungry, I don't want to be your friend. I want always to surround myself with hungry people. People are eager, people looking for new stuff to do. So I'm part of Desert Pioneer. People are always hungry. People are always anxious, looking forward to whatever you are doing. So my topic master, thank you for this quote. And keep always hungry. Elena, after DTM, what do you want to do? Thank you. And back to you.
So I believe that was a fantastic table topic. I wish your video was on, but nevertheless, that was a very well delivered table topic. And we have time for one more, if I'm not wrong. I feel like the audience is screaming out, Nitya? Nitya, are you with us? Nitya calling for one, no, two.
Come on, Nithya.
Okay, so, Nitya is on. Okay. Hi, Nitya.
Yeah, hi. But I can't on my video. Is it fine?
What is that? Sorry.
I can't switch on my video. Is it fine?
Yeah, okay, it's okay. All right, so are you ready for your table topic?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'll try.
Are you a Toastmaster, Nitya?
I joined Speechcrafter and I just got over it.
Okay, great. All right, so Speechcrafter Nitya, your table topic is the higher you climb, the better the view. The higher you climb, the better the view. Speechcrafter Nitya, screen is all yours.
Firstly, good evening, everyone. The higher you climb, the better you view. Whenever you're low, whenever you're in the ground, you don't aim the sky. But whenever you go high, you aim the sky. You see the beautiful nature around you. That's how better you are. So when you are low, obviously you just see the ground in you. You just see low, just feel low, everything low. But whenever you climb, as a climber, as a mountaineer, the better he climbs, the more tougher it becomes. The better he goes up, the more tough it becomes. But when he reaches the top, it's just beautiful. How beautiful the view is. Just see the clouds, amazing feeling. But he's tired, but still, he never gives up. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Just a little more, just speak a little more until you see the timer go green. Go on.
Yeah, so as the mountaineer climbs and climbs, the difficulties go on. He go more the burden, more the thing he has to feel. So when he goes, he climbs up, he feels everything, he achieves. He sees the beautiful sky. So yeah, that's all about my views on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Speechcrafter Nitya. That was a very descriptive table topic. I felt like I was climbing that mountain and finally reached the top. You. And with that, I am wrapping up my table topic segment. I hope everyone enjoyed. Our counter, please ignore that long R right there. I hope that all the table topics were on time. Timer, can I know if everyone was on time?
Yeah, Yusuf had 1 minute 25 seconds. Suhan 1 minute 26 seconds. Hanan 2 minutes 19 seconds, but still qualified. And Nitya 1 minute 17 seconds. All of them qualified. Thank you.
All right. Moderator, are you ready with the poll or should we go on? Okay, I have it. And the poll goes in 3, 2, 1, and put. With that, my time is up. I love that everyone spiced spice themselves up and give your best shot at the table topics. With that, let me hand over the stage for the screen back to our all the speakers. So, are we done with the voting? Are we done with the voting for the table topic speakers? Okay, we are done with the voting, and now is the time for laughters. But hopefully it will laughters full of spices that can fit our theme for today. The stand-up comedy is one of the segments. Laugh Out Loud Club is so famous for it. Yay! So, this segment will not be led by me, but will be led by a person who is so experienced in that part, not only as a moderator or a stand-up person, but also as an evaluator for a stand-up comedy. When I asked him about what he does to spice up his life, simply he said to have various friends in his life to enrich his life. As the spices, because the friends for him, as like the spices, they add flavors to the friends add spices to his life. So for the Toastmasters, please welcome with me our stand-up comedy moderator, Toastmaster Petra.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. Lady Mola Rashid, you're spiced up with all those beautiful young ladies around you. I see that they're all making their efforts in spicing up your show tonight. Stand-up comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, stand-up comedy, by and large, is categorized into 5 groups or 5 subheads. Namely, the observational comedy. It is self-explanatory what type of comedy it is. Clean comedy, once again self-explanatory. Cringe comedy, dark comedy, blue or ribaldry. Now, confining ourselves to the Toastmasters principles, we in Laugh Out Loud adopt only to 2 types of comedy. 1 is observational comedy, 2, clean comedy. The other three types of comedies we do not attempt, purely for the fact of, once again, being back into the Toastmasters fold. Tonight we are going to have 2 wonderful speakers. One of them I know her thoroughly well, a very, very clean comedian, pure comedian. She actually gives a very professional look when she does a stand-up. Somali, and we have Toastmaster Mohammed, Asif Madhu. As a moderator for this stand-up comedy session, I would want to appraise all those people who are witnessing stand-up comedy for the first time in Toastmasters Club, that our speakers will attempt either an observational comedy or a clean comedy, wherein there would not be any kind of offensive language used, offensive body language presented, or any kind of offensive statement made. Timing for the stand-up comedy speeches is 3 to 4 minutes. May I request the timer to please read out the timing rule for both the speakers at a time.
Yes, thank you, moderator. Everyone will have 3 to 4 minutes. If they reach 3 minutes, they will see the green background. If they reach 3 minutes and 30 seconds, they will see the yellow background. And if they reach 4 minutes or more, they will see the red background. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Timer. Back to the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmasters seem to be busy packing up with a snack. All right, let us hear from the first speaker. Let's invite our first speaker with a big round of applause. Toastmaster Petra.
Thank you so much for that warm introduction. And good afternoon, one and all from all over the world for joining in over here. So today I'm going to give a stand-up comedy sitting down, and we had this whole gang who is sitting down and having a fiesta. Woo! Yeah. So let me ask you, oh, you're happy, that's nice. Yeah, we are missing the physical meeting. So let me ask you, how many of you know this app called Tinder? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Oh, quite a few have raised their hands. Okay. Now, yeah, you all also raise your hands. Now, who all are members of Tinder? Raise your hands. Oh. Liar, liar. Okay. For the knowledge of the ones who do not know what Tinder is, and for the ones who are pretending not to know and not being members of Tinder, it is a dating app, not the calendar date and thing. Okay, it's a dating app. Now, there was a situation, of course, like after 20 years of marriage, why did I download Tinder? Not in this phone, in my old phone. I was in a situation, and that situation was it was a desperate situation where I had to download Tinder. It was a crisis situation, and it was because of one person, and that person's name is GTM Ari Jafar. Yes, because of her, I had to download Tinder. 2 years, yes, 2 years back, I was a part of this comedy night with the champion, Katani. Okay, and Arish, I prepared a wonderful script, and 2 days before, Arish comes to me and she says, I mean, just imagine how Arish would have reacted, you know, in the sense, no, you cannot say that script. Oh my God, please, for God's sake, change the script. You know, in the style of Arish. Imagine how Arish says. Arish, how do you say it? No, please, change the please. Then I said, okay, fine. You know, it was easier for me 2 days before to change the script than to convince Arish. So I said, in 2 days, what can I do? The thought struck me. Tinder was in vogue that time. So I said, let me download Tinder. But for a married woman with 2 children and a husband downloading Tinder, oh my God, it became like as if I was a robber in my own house. I started setting up passwords. My daughter came to see me and said, Mama, I want to play games. No touching my phone. There is confidential information inside. And it costed me 250 dinar just to buy her a new phone so she doesn't touch my phone. Now, okay, I downloaded it, but I don't know how to use Tinder. So I opened it up and it says, how would you like to access it? Now I'm technologically challenged. It asked, do you want to go to Facebook? I said, yeah, well, go to Facebook, no problem. But even my husband doesn't know my detail, how much Mark Zuckerberg knows. It loaded my age, it loaded all the friends contact, all the friends list from my WhatsApp and Facebook were all loaded into the Tinder. And then it said, do you want us to search a match for you? I said, I don't mind. Actually, I had my age 50 years, but you know, only you all know, okay, please keep it to yourself. Don't tell my age out. And Mark Zuckerberg had that age. And he started sending match. You know, this person is his criteria is matching yours. He's only 65 years old. I'm like, what? This person is a good match for you, 60, 70 years old. This one is another match, 75 years old. I said, delete. Let me choose my own match. Okay? Yes, show me my contacts who are there on Tinder. Amrit. Rejection is go left. Who else is there? Shiraj, India director. Oh my God. Can you imagine from his face? Does he look like he will be on Tinder? Shiraj, left. Next one. Alan Paul. Oh my God. Alan Paul, I can't can't believe it. I can't believe Alan Paul. And out of shock, my phone fell down and it swiped right. And it became ting, 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 ting. And my husband woke up and said, what's happening? I said, nothing, nothing, nothing. I felt as if Alan was going to pop out and say, hello, I'm Alan, how are you? Immediately, I deleted the app. And that was the end of Tinder on my phone. Back to you. Srinivas, over to you, our moderator.
Thank you so much, Tabu Somali, for that very entertaining and a very perfect stand-up comedy in clean comedy classification. Now we have another speaker. Let's put our hands together for the second stand-up comedy speaker. Toastmaster. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
It's all yours, Toastmaster.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my topic for today's stand-up comedy session would be Oh, Jupiter. So let me ask you a simple question about Jupiter. Answer if possible. Why does Jupiter does not have earthquakes? Anyone?
Because it doesn't revolve.
No, because Jupiter has Jupiter quakes. It's not Earth.
Because Desert Pioneer is not on Jupiter, that's why.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster of the day, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, this is my problem. Humor is not one of my many virtues in life. But you may ask why and how I am here as a stand-up comedian. And the answer is, I don't know. And only thing that I can think about is because of my mouth, which is the bane of my existence. Because what happened is, when the subject about me being a stand-up comedian came up in one of our DPTM meetings, I just said, I can stand up, but comedy, not so much. But then, voila, I became the comedian and crowned as the comedian of the DPTM. The problem is, that was not even qualified as a joke. It was just a fact. But Desert Pioneers, being the pioneers, I mean, they start laughing at before even you pronounce the J-O of the word jokes. So here I am, ladies and gentlemen, because of them, self-proclaimed stand-up comedian. So I was thinking what I should talk about in my comedy session. And then someone was like, you should talk about your life. Okay, maybe you should shut up. You think my life is a joke to you? Come on, guys. So what I decided, I'm not going to talk about my life. I'm going to talk about the stars, the planets, and everything around it, the universe. Has anyone, are you interested in looking at phenomena like meteorite showers, eclipses, when you can see the International Space Station in the sky? Are you all interested in them?
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yes,
I'm interested in astronomy.
Okay, cool. So for those who are not interested, I mean, you're not missing a lot. They just don't know what they're looking at half the time, even they're looking. So it's fine. But I am one of you. I am fascinated by the prospects of seeing a lot of things in the sky. So I don't know whether you heard recently, there was this phenomenon called the Great Conjunction, where Jupiter and Saturn was going in parallel and meeting together to form a big star kind of creation. So this was happening like a couple of months back. So I was fascinated about it. So I was pitching the idea to my friends, we should go and have a look at it. And surprisingly, my friends agreed. 3 of them agreed. And one of them even agreed to bring their kids along. One was 9-year-old and the other was 5-year-old. And to give a background about my friends and planets, if you mention Mars to them, what they would remember is Mars bars, not the Mars planet. So still they agreed. So I'm happy for that as well. So we got into a car. We just took the 40 road. We were going the 40 road from Salmiya. And there were so many street lights. Because the street lights, we can't see the sky properly. So we wanted to go to somewhere where the desert is. So we were just going. And by the time we stopped, we were in Shuaiba, which is like, 50 kilometers away from the place that we started. And we got down from the place, and we were looking at the sky, trying to find the Jupiter and the Saturn and the Great Conjunction. And the 5-year-old was asking, where's Jupiter? I'm like, wait, it's somewhere here. Where's Jupiter? Somewhere here. Where's Jupiter? It's shy. Wait, hold on. Where's Jupiter? Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, father. Jupiter. Happy now? And he looked at Jupiter, and he looked at me, and it wasn't a look. It was a glare with mixed emotions, disappointment, anger, annoyance, a lot. And I just want to dig a grave and, and bury myself. And if the kid knew what the middle finger of a hand represents, he would have definitely showed me that. It was that bad. I mean, on my defense, when I was 5-year-old, if you showed me sand and you told it was sugar, I would eat it and take home for my brothers as well. What happened to the kids these days? Come on. All right. And then my friend started shouting, there it is. And ladies and gentlemen, I could see the phenomenon. The lights, it was getting brighter. And I could see it happening because it only happens for around 10-15 minutes. And the light was getting brighter and brighter. And I've never seen something like that ever in my life. And all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, it just went past me. And I just got a glimpse of the logo of Al Jazeera Airways.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, that really happened. 4 adults and a 9-year-old kid, not the 5-year-old one, believed that an Al Jazeera Airways flight was the great conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter. And I personally think it's the fault of the pilot, because generally some aeroplanes have other lights in them, but this stupid aeroplane only had headlights, so we were forsaken. Ladies and gentlemen, I think what we were trying to say is experiences like this creates a lot of stories, and without those stories, our life is meaningless. At least that's what I told my friends when they were disappointed. Over to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being a very nice audience today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asif, for that wonderful speech. I hand over the virtual podium back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Srinivas Chelabati. This is the good when you have a physical meeting with many devices. You speak anywhere, whenever you say. So now it is the time to move on to the last segment of today's meeting, which is the evaluation. And this segment will be conducted by our super person, Toastmaster, the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Amrit.
Remove the spotlight.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Not just for that lovely introduction, but fun, energy-filled teaching all throughout. Now, without any further ado, let's get into the general evaluation segment. This is one of my favorite segments. Ask me why? But this is where we get to learn how to improve. And that's all about, right? To make a better version of ourselves. So, all the speakers performed have been evaluated. We will start the evaluators first, then go to my. To begin with, we have the very first evaluator who will be evaluating Toastmaster Joseph Nasser. And our very own DTM Fatma Abdu. Over to you.
General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests of the 3 amazing clubs, good evening. And again, a very good and special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Joseph. First of all, I would like to thank you so much for this very informative and a very beneficial information and speech you gave us today. The new source of power is not money in the hands of the few, but information in the hands of many. So thank you so much for the information you gave us today. Actually, to be honest, this is my first time to learn these information about that very critical topic, tinnitus. Yes, we have heard about it, but I learned a lot today from your speech. And since you have talked about the symptoms of that and the diagnosis, and at the end you gave us the call for action, what to do if we had that kind of disease, my evaluation will be based on that. So let's get started. First of all, I'm gonna give you the good symptoms of your speech about the good things that you did or the points of strength. You have started with a very catchy introduction, and you involved the audience by asking them a question. Have you ever faced that problem, had a noise in your ears? Which is so very captivating. Second, you also gave us a well-structured and well-organized speech. That means that you have met your main goal of that speech, and you exceeded my expectation. Wonderful. Then you gave us a call for action at the end of your speech, which is something very important and some speakers miss at the end. What to do if we had that? Now let's move to the diagnosis. The diagnosis, of course, would be the things that you need to improve next time. I believe, Toastmaster Joseph, that regarding the research topic, you need to use one of the things that will help you give more information, like using a PowerPoint presentation or some articles or something like this will help you more to give us an idea about that, especially that you have used many statistics and numbers, which need to be more elaborated using PowerPoint. Second thing, the pendulum movement you have, because I feel that you are a little bit nervous. So please calm down and try to be very natural when you present your speech next time. Last, I will end with a sugar-coated tablet that you are an amazing speaker. Well done, you gave us a lot of information. Next time, just try to calm down and use PowerPoint. Thank you so much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
From that response itself, you can get to know how constructive that evaluation was. Now, going forward, we have Toastmaster Sana Yusuf will be evaluating DTM Arish Jafar. Screen is yours, Toastmaster Sana Yusuf.
Toastmaster Arish, your speech was so compelling that I'm having ice water since I heard your speech. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We got to witness Toastmaster Arish manage such a difficult audience today and so entertaining to watch. Toastmaster Arish, I'd like to commend you on your impromptu skills when you had to go off track from your icy speech and address concerns and random comments from the stubborn audience that you had. You acknowledged most of the comments and you even you said thank you to some of the suggestions. And you did that with a calm demeanor. You had a smile all throughout. You smiled and you showed no signs that you were about to get flustered or annoyed. You handled the audience so well in a way that made us smile as well. So thank you so much. Now, This platform was just a Toastmaster platform only. We all knew each other, so it made it easy for you to handle us and for us to interrupt you. But what happens when you actually go outside Toastmasters? So I'd like to give you a few recommendations for when you actually have to deal with an annoying annoying audience. Point number one, I noticed towards the beginning that Toastmaster Asil's comments were being ignored, which only prompted her to interrupt you two or three more times before you actually addressed her. So my suggestion would be getting to such interrupters as soon as possible. Let them know that you've heard them, but also you will get back to them after your speech ends, and let them know in a way which will assure them that, okay, you're going to talk to them later. So they will hold their comments to them. Number two, you had an encounter with an annoying Sairam, and there was an informal comment passed regarding sending Sairam to heaven. Now, I know that was hilarious and we all enjoyed it. We loved that. We loved the idea of sending Sairam to heaven. Joking. But this would not fare well if it was a professional event, something outside Toastmasters, where there were more strangers and less friends. So I would suggest being a little bit more professional and not getting a little personal with the audience, and also choosing a professional topic where the audience would know that they cannot pass any such you were fabulous as always, and I would be handling the audience.
Thank you. Okay, 1 second.
Go. Stop.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sana, for that lovely evaluation. Going forward, we have Toastmaster Asil, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz.
Hey, can you all hear me? Okay. First of all, I want to thank Toastmaster Shiraz for demonstrating. You should wait till the audience clap or laugh or whatever before you continue, because I get that a lot. I would make my audience laugh, but unintentionally, I continue talking without giving them a chance to stop laughing. Let them take their time laughing. But I am working on it. I have been giving them time to laugh, then I continue. So first of all, thank you for demonstrating Toastmaster Shiraz. Your gesture was amazing, how you were describing the situation and the eye contact and the way you connected with your audience. And the proof that you totally connected with them, that they clapped with you 3 or 4 times. Imagination, how you were demonstrating, your teammates were saying, they were having a bit of doubt. You activated our imagination. I personally tried to imagine he was saying this, he was saying that, and the way you were motivating them, that was incredible. And I loved how you gave us advice on how we can motivate our teammates. Personally, I will keep that in mind when I have teammates and try to motivate them in something. And personal experience. What makes a person wise is personal experience. Of course, you did a great job. However, areas of improvement. Every speaker needs an area of improvement. I myself guilty. Your vocal variety, I think it's just me maybe. Notice that it's just one tone. If you wanted to motivate your team, you should speak it like in a motivational tone. Of course, I'm not saying that you are not motivating them. Did a good job in that. I meant you could have used, while describing how you're motivating them, in a motivational voice. So much energy. You had energy, but we needed more better than that. But don't worry, I also struggle with vocal variety, which is why I'll give you a few points, what my mentor's been telling me and everyone else been telling me, all the evaluators who evaluated me. It depends on the speech you're gonna talk about. You wanna talk about something excitement or exaggerating or like a motivation, make it a high pitch of voice, a little bit higher. When you wanna talk about like nervousness or doubt, like when your teammate was a bit doubtful, talk it in a low voice. And you could have used a bit of movement. You did like this, but you could have divided. You talk about this here, or you talk about that. In the end, you did a very good job. I am proud that you managed to motivate your teammate. Just work more on your vocal variety and movement, and you do better than you already did today. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters team. With that, we are done with the evaluators. Now, we have Toastmaster Srinivas, who will be evaluating stand-up comedians. Toastmaster Srinivas, screen is yours.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Amrit Pukadan. Timer, may I know how much time do I have?
You have 4 to 5 minutes. If you go to the 4th minute, you will see the green background. 4 minutes, 30 seconds, you will see the yellow background. And 5 minutes and more, you will see the red background. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Timer. Let's applaud both our stand-up comedian speakers tonight. Both have done a wonderful job in entertaining us for those few moments. Now, my evaluation of both the speakers will be based on the category in which they spoke, their personal attributes to be a stand-up comedian, speech, and a little of an improvement in what they have actually executed or exhibited tonight. The first stand-up comedian speaker tonight was Toastmaster Petra. Now, she did an exemplary job for the fact that to do a stand-up comedy virtually, online, is not an easy task. For the fact that you've got to hold the attention of the audience for a certain duration, which is very difficult. Let it be even for 4 minutes. It's very difficult. But she executed her part very well, I would say. In totality, she accomplished the task. How? Firstly, she attempted a cliche, a recall. Now, this is a part of clean comedy. If you remember, in my opening, in my moderation, I told you clean comedy is the most difficult comedy to attempt. Even big comedians do not really attempt clean comedy. But she did. Cliche was her topic, her subject. And she never ever deviated from that subject. She had a wonderful story. Yes, there could be a little exaggeration, and exaggeration is an important element of stand-up comedy, or any comedy for that matter. And her flow, now that is most important. She started softly by asking a rhetoric question. She gathered the attention of all the audience. And then as she moved towards the mid of the speech, she actually caught up with the tempo. And then she ended with a high note. Now, this is a very, very integral part of a clean stand-up comedy. Any clean comedian would always attempt this format. Start with a low tempo and end with a very high tempo so that the audience would want you to come back and perform again. That is the kind of interest you've got to ignite as a stand-up comedian. Well, she's done a lot of it. She has exercised a lot of it, and she's apt at it. But she could also improve her comedy if she only follows the golden rule of pause and give the punch. All her punches were done at a very quick space of time. But nevertheless, she entertained us. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Somali, for that wonderful stand-up comedy speech. Coming to the second speaker. He was so very vociferous on a virtual platform. He started with a very vociferous voice, a thumping voice. Yes, he had a story to tell. He also had a fairly good body language, if not really very apt to the situation, fairly good body language. I'll tell you why. On a virtual platform, if you have seen the first speaker, she never turned away from the camera. She was facing the audience, but also maneuvering her vision so that the audience are always fixed to her. But when you turn yourself, for that split second, you will lose the attention of the audience. And once you lose the attention of the audience, to bring it back again to that form where they would actually come up to enjoy the speech will be lost. And you will, once again, once you don't hear the laughter, or once you see that the audience are not responding, you yourself will be a little depressed in your speech, or will you go down, you subdue yourself in your speech. Nevertheless, it was a very good attempt. But one golden rule, not just for the second speaker, Toastmaster Abbas, but for anyone who would want to attempt a stand-up comedy, even those people who are not humorous, please attempt a stand-up comedy, but never open your stand-up comedy speech with saying that comedy is not my forte. If you say this, in the very beginning, you have killed all your chances of entertaining the audience, because the audience would always register the first words that comes out of your mind is registered very firmly in the minds of the audience. Just do it, just flow with it, and you will really make a very good impression. So I hope my observations would benefit you, to both of you, and I'm sure both of you would do a far better, elegant performance. Back to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivas, for that constructive evaluation for our stand-up mediums. Now, with that, we are done with all just evaluation. Now it's time for the general evaluators report. But before that, I would request our timer to confirm whether evaluators are qualified. Timer.
Let me tell you something. The evaluators qualified. Fatima, she spent 3 minutes 16 seconds. Sana, she spent 3 minutes 14 seconds. Asir, she spent 3 minutes 6 seconds. But I just would like to remind you that nobody asked me about the stand-up comedy time qualification. Maybe it's not important, but however,
that's a 4 to 5 minutes.
Asif was beyond 5 minutes, way beyond 5 minutes, so he disqualified. But Tabassum, she almost made it 4 minutes 27 seconds. Thank you.
So all the speech qualifiers evaluation, right? Except moderator, please note.
Okay.
Except Toastmaster Srinivas, all evaluators are qualified. I request the moderator to launch the poll. Meanwhile, you're voting. Let me get into my report, the general evaluator report. 3 clubs, 3 amazing clubs of District 20 coming together for a joint meeting. Now, we don't have a lot of excerpt, so these clubs coming together during the online meeting. One great meeting, we all have witnessed that, the Halloween meeting. With the amount of energy that there has always been great expectation when these clubs comes together. Similarly, we had a lot of expectation to this meeting, and guess what? It was an amazing experience. I appreciate the leaders from all these clubs to come up with something new, that urge to make a difference. This is what actually spice it up. That was amazing. Now, the idea of coming together, all role players coming together, this is great. I mean, the experience is above the sky. But now, when it comes to a hybrid meeting, what look for? What is the value that you can add on a online meeting while making it a hybrid meeting? So few points of improvement which we can think about later on, because we are all new to it, right? So this experience of a stage is what, talking to a crowd, looking at their faces, seeing their expressions, that's very important for a speaker. This is what online meeting. I wish you would have set up the space of the hybrid meeting in a way that you could face the audience and see them, see their expression. That would have made it. I could see one of our speakers, Toastmaster Shiraz, made use of the stage, which was amazing. I would request all others also make use of it. Remember during the stage, during the physical meetings, take hands. The person in hands. All these would make a great difference. And also, if you see this, I know Tinnitus, so I can understand. But all those of you who are sitting at your home might be feeling jealous. So let's make it a bit more professional by setting up in such a way the speaker and others who are joining from their home as well. And let us add a bit more of professionalism to that, which would definitely take or add a bit more spice to our meeting. I hope we're done with the quest. The tech moderator and okay. With that, let me hand over stage to our amazing, our dynamic. Look at the way she's smiling. Our Toastmaster of the day, Rashid.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator and Toastmasters. Hopefully you have enjoyed today's meeting. All what I was hearing is the echo of my voice all the day. So, before I hand it to our 3 amazing super presidents of 3 clubs, I just wanted to remind you, always remember that you need to add spice to your life, not only to your food. Try new things, a new adventure, a new experience. Try to meet with people, not like the one crazy one I am with now, but try to meet with good people that will give you a good experience. And read books and try to, like, for me, sometimes I go with different documentaries about different things. So thank you so much for having me. And now we will go back to our presidents and we'll go back to the president of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters, Suraya Fatima.
Thank you.
I'm just checking, am I audible? Because I couldn't
Yes,
hear you
perfect.
for my name. Okay, thank you very much. Wow. Fellow district division and area leaders, members of Desert Pioneers, Innovators, Toastmasters Club, and Laugh Out Loud Toastmasters Club. Wow, you've literally spiced up my evening. Thank you so much for the invitation. I've enjoyed your meeting. And tonight I want to congratulate the three clubs mixing their spices together from Area 31 and Area 32. You're definitely setting a great example for all the other clubs. And as John C. Maxwell said, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And you are definitely showing the way. So well done to all of you. I loved the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Voice is breaking.
Arish, Tabassum, we can't hear you. We can't hear your voice.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you, but when you all speak together, I think the voice cracks, or maybe you're just too far away from the device.
The system is too much of spice. It cannot take us. Okay, so what's going to happen right now that our class are guests or
No, still cracking, I'm sorry.
Arish, we are not able to hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Amazing. So I will say 2 words, she will say 2 words, and we will leave the screen to the Desert Pioneers presidents because we are guests club for the DVTM meeting, and then she will introduce the guest and everything. So I want to say, since I am a common member in all 3 clubs, I am very proud of all the clubs I am member in. Desert Pioneers, Innovators, Laugh Out Loud. I am so happy to conduct this joint meeting for the 2nd time because what Amrit said, we have done it before and we did it this time again and maybe we'll do it again after 2 years. So always support us, always be with us. And with that, I thank you all and I will leave with Laugh Out Loud. Thank you so much, DTM Ari Jafar and Garam. Thank you all for joining. I'm around 19 members with us.
And yes, coming back to the physical meeting, it was a bit unnerving, and I was scared. I didn't my stand up. So that gap has actually peaked. I'm sure very soon come back and hope best that time. Otherwise, we can just meet. So we had a great meeting today, and extremely successful. We managed to do some hybrid, and we had guests from Thailand, from various places. Thank you so much. And with that, let's be safe. Let me hand it over to
Thank you so much, not only to the guests, but also especially to the president here and, and all the people who are able to make it for not just this in person, but also online. Your time is very much appreciated. And I know you're all desperately waiting for the results, but go on. I do need to ask some of our guests here. I would love to hear from you. First of all, let's start with, Toastmaster John Joseph, are you there? John Joseph, are you there? Okay, there we go.
I'm here very much. Good morning from here. Good evening there. I'm so happy to attend this meeting because it's since a long time I'm attending a full meeting right from 9 o'clock. I was very particular that I should wake up at 9 o'clock and attend the meeting, DPTM, because DPTM is my mother club. I hope to be back in Kuwait next week, inshallah. I don't know. God only knows what is going to happen. So good meeting. Congratulations, DPTM. I see all the girls sitting there at each, Ola, Tabasum, Alina, everyone. I can see Amrit, everywhere, everyone over there. Shini, good to see all the guys there. Good to see. And congratulations, Alina. Happy birthday, Arij. Take care.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster DTM. Yes.
Yeah, I became a DTM sometime back.
John Joseph. Now I shall ask our next guest. Our next guest, the one who spoke for the topics, our guest Nitya. Nitya, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Okay. So it was, yeah, sorry?
Yeah, can you say a few words?
Yeah, sure. The online meeting was too spicy. You guys all spiced it up. So I really love the online meet. I learned a lot, especially the stand-up comedian, GTM, I don't know his name, sorry. So his evaluation, his points, I really loved. I got good points. So the team wholly, you all spiced it up. It was too spicy than my mom's today's chicken curry. So it was too spicy. So thanks a lot.
Thank you so much to guests. I do hope you can come by again for a future, because I can assure you we are just crazy every meeting. And our last guest, Toastmaster Petra, are you there? Toastmaster Petra? Oh. Alan? Okay. Toastmaster Sample? I can hear my lovely voice. Toastmaster Sample, are you there?
Hello, good evening. Forgive me, I can't put on my camera right now.
Oh, that's good. You just come in, or have you seen the
I guess I got the timing a little bit wrong. I just tuned in. hoping that the meeting was just about to start, but I'm glad to be here. My name is Sambo. I'm a Toastmaster from Millennium Toastmasters Club, all the way in Nigeria.
That is so fascinating. That is fascinating. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. Time.
Thank you.
For still taking some time.
Yeah.
All right. So, are we ready for the results? Yes. Can everyone turn on the cameras? I'm gonna keep the suspense. Turn on your cameras. Let's take a quick picture. Cameras, please. Who's going to take the picture? Okay. Cameras, cameras. Let's see all of your wonderful faces.
What's our meeting pose? What's the pose for this meeting? How do we make it clean? Toastmaster Sairam, Alan, switch on your videos, come on.
Quick, take the picture. It's just like
Who's taking the picture?
Okay, great. Wonderful. All right. All right. Drum rolls. Can we have the... So first up is best table topic. I don't know what it is. Best table topics goes to Suhan of the Next is best evaluator. Drum rolls, please. And the next is best speaker. Okay, not best role. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to this meeting, for making some time, and a special thank you to Arif.
Toastmaster Suraya, you're cracking up again.
Yes, come little near and talk. Yes.
Get closer to the microphone. Toastmaster Suraya, get closer to the microphone.
Thank you. I cannot hear. I'm so sorry.
Stay like that and talk. Yes.
Thank you guys for the birthday surprise.
Enjoy your reach.
Thank you, Srinivas. Thank you, everyone.
Forgot one
Bye.
person.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
A special mega thank you to Toastmaster Shiraz who actually gave us this.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
The one who brought our drinks to life. Thank you. Thank you, Shiraz. Come here next to the flowers. No, here, with the flowers. Thank you so much for giving us this venue. And then
I would like to say 2 words, guys. So we'll open more meetings on the AC sofa, and this is free of charge. So I request all of you to join this meeting.
Yes, I do not have my gap right now.
I request those present to be with LOL meetings. Please join LOL meetings in future.
Let's start the chat. 3, 2, 1, meeting adjourned.
Thank you. Bye-bye and good night, everybody.
All right.